Have you ever wondered how governments fund their ambitious projects or manage economic downturns, and whether borrowing is always a bad idea? The Keynesian view posits that public debt can be a vital tool for economic stabilization, particularly during periods of recession or low economic activity, aiming to stimulate aggregate demand. This perspective fundamentally stems from John Maynard Keynes' analysis of how economies function, especially when faced with insufficient private sector spending. In a downturn, households and businesses often reduce spending and investment, leading to a decline in overall demand. Keynesian economics advocates for counter-cyclical fiscal policy, meaning the government should actively intervene by increasing its own spending or cutting taxes to inject money into the economy. This government borrowing and spending, even if it leads to public debt, is seen as necessary to offset the shortfall in private demand and prevent a deeper, prolonged recession. It is about actively managing the economic cycle rather than passively waiting for market forces to self-correct. To understand this, consider how government investment in infrastructure projects, like roads or bridges, directly creates jobs and income for workers, who then spend that money further stimulating demand. This ripple effect helps to reactivate idle resources and boost economic output, preventing a scenario known as a liquidity trap where monetary policy becomes ineffective because interest rates are already very low. Therefore, the Keynesian approach emphasizes the short-term benefits of debt-financed spending during crises, arguing that the long-term gains from a restored economy outweigh the costs of the debt itself. A key concept here is the fiscal multiplier, which suggests that an initial injection of government spending can lead to a larger overall increase in national income. For example, if a government spends $100 on a project, that money becomes income for someone else, who then spends a portion of it, and so on. This cyclical flow generates more than $100 of economic activity. Furthermore, Keynesians often distinguish between productive and unproductive debt. Productive debt, like investments in education or research, enhances an economy's long-term growth potential, making the debt more sustainable in the long run by increasing future tax revenues. Ultimately, the Keynesian view reframes public debt not as an inherent evil to be avoided at all costs, but as a potentially powerful instrument for governments to safeguard economic stability and promote growth when private markets falter. It teaches us that understanding the context and purpose of government borrowing is crucial for assessing its true economic impact and its ability to foster a more resilient and prosperous society.